Marlon Brando is widely regarded as one of the most influential actors in the history of cinema. With his groundbreaking performances, he transformed the art of film acting and set a new standard for emotional depth and authenticity. Brando's unique ability to convey raw, unfiltered emotions made him a pioneer of method acting, and his roles have left an indelible mark on both Hollywood and the world of performing arts.
Hey, Stella! Hey, Stella!
I wouldn't mix in this.
The acting that Marlon Brando displayed in this scene goes far beyond a simple shout. He perfectly expressed the raw, primal emotions of human regret and longing. The cry of Stella symbolizes Stanley's realization of his mistakes and his desperate plea for forgiveness, delivering a powerful emotional impact to the audience. Brando's distinctive voice and passionate acting style made the scene even more intense, and his shout quickly became one of the most unforgettable moments in cinematic history. This scene vividly portrays the rough, aggressive side of masculinity while simultaneously revealing the emotionally unstable, human aspect of the character. It is regarded as a moment where Brando's genius as an actor truly shines.
To the short end money.
Well, I had some bets down for you. You saw some money.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it. It was you, Charlie.
One of the most famous scenes in the film is the conversation between Terry and his brother Charlie in the back seat of a car. In this moment, Brando delivers the now legendary line, "I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody." This scene is a masterclass in acting, as Brando subtly conveys deep regret, disillusionment, and heartbreak. With quiet yet powerful intensity, he expresses Terry's sense of loss and frustration, making this scene one of the most memorable moments in cinematic history.
That I cannot do.
I'll give you anything you ask.
We've known each other many years, but this is the first time you ever came to me for counsel, for help. I can't remember the last time that you invited me to your house.
Marlon Brando's portrayal of Vito Corleone in The Godfather is one of the most iconic and masterful performances in the history of cinema. As the patriarch of the Corleone crime family, Brando brought a depth and complexity to the role that elevated it beyond a typical gangster character. His performance as the aging, wise, and powerful Don Corleone set a new standard for acting in crime dramas and remains a benchmark for actors to this day. What made Brando's performance so compelling was his ability to embody both the ruthless power and the quiet vulnerability of Vito Corleone. He played the character with a calm, almost regal presence, yet beneath the surface, there was always a sense of danger and authority. Brando's subtle use of physicality, such as the way he slouched in his chair or the famous rasping voice he created for the role, added layers of realism and gravitas to the character.
Christ. There are too many fucking flowers in this place. I can't breathe. You know, on the top of the closet? Cardboard box. I found all your little goodies. Pens, keychains, foreign money.
The scene in Last Tango in Paris where Marlon Brando delivers a monologue beside his wife's coffin is considered one of the most emotionally intense moments in the film. This scene was improvised by Brando and was not part of the original script. His character, Paul, is consumed by grief and pain after his wife's suicide, and in this monologue, he pours out his emotions about their relationship and the emotional wounds she left him with. This monologue lays bare Paul's inner suffering and pain, expressing the human emotions of loss, sorrow, and regret with striking intensity. Thanks to Brando's improvisational performance, the scene feels genuine and authentic to the audience, powerfully capturing the emotional core of Paul's turmoil throughout the film.
Horror means horror. Horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are enemies to be feared.
In Apocalypse Now, Marlon Brando portrays Colonel Kurtz, a once-respected military officer who descends into madness and transforms into a tyrant deep in the jungles of Vietnam. His slow, deliberate speech and dark presence create a mysterious and ominous atmosphere that lingers long after the film ends. The most iconic moment in Brando's performance is the chilling monologue in which he reflects on the horrors of war and the dark side of humanity. The horror. The horror. This line encapsulates the moral decay and extreme brutality that Kurtz has witnessed. It not only reflects Kurtz's own madness but also serves as a profound commentary on the inherent violence and corruption in human nature. Though quietly spoken, this line carries immense weight, expressing Kurtz's disillusionment with war and the world. Marlon Brando's career is defined by his fearless approach to character development and his commitment to portraying human vulnerability. Whether he was playing the brutish Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, the troubled dockworker Terry Malloy in On the Waterfront, or the iconic mafia boss Vito Corleone in The Godfather, Brando brought a level of realism and intensity to his roles that had never been seen before. His performances transcended the screen, influencing generations of actors and forever changing the landscape of film. More than just an actor, Marlon Brando was a cultural icon who used his platform to advocate for civil rights and social justice. His legacy as both an artist and an activist endures, making him not only a Hollywood legend but a voice for change.